All right, welcome back to Georgia High School Sports Daily. Nigel Wilkins along with Craig Sager. And a special guest here, outstanding DB from Walton High School, Christian Ferrell, who had obviously a great career there. This year you finished 19 tackles, 2 interceptions this year. I just want to talk a little about your journey. Year before, you guys made the state championship game. This year, obviously, I know it didn't go probably how you guys wanted, but you still had a great year on the field. Just talk about this past season with the Raiders.
This past season, it wasn't all great, but with the great coaching staff we have, we're able to work through it, and with the messages that they give us, we just work off what they feed us.
And then you were one of obviously the returning guys this year, obviously, after a team that lost so many seniors. So just talk about the leadership role you kind of had to take and author the defense.
Yeah, it wasn't easy because, I was behind all those big guys like Wendell, Bam, CL, all of them. But, I had to step up and play a big role with the leadership role because we had younger guys, so they, had to look up to us. So it was a challenge.
For sure. And then if you can say, just from those great guys y'all had, what were some things you just learned going against them every day in practice?
They were all great. It was straight competition all day, every day. Every practice we were talking mess, but it was a great thing though.
For sure. And then obviously, you come in, like I said, great DB, undersized. Talk about kind of just playing with that chip on your shoulder and how it's led to your success.
You just gotta be coachable and just play your heart out because you got big guys out there, 6'4", dream build, all the coaches look at, but when you have the mindset and the great coaching staff, then you can really get through anything.
For sure. What were some of the biggest lessons you learned in your career in football?
Biggest lessons I learned was just to keep your head on your shoulders, not make the moment too big. Because, in the big stages of 6A, 7A, you're always going to be in front of a big crowd, so you just got to stay level-headed. And
before I talk to Craig, I want to ask you just a little bit about your training. Not everybody gets to see what you do on a daily basis, so if you can walk us through that, what's your training like? How have you been able to just learn those things and be applied to the field?
Well, great coaching staff, so we have a great DB coach, Coach Allen. I appreciate him. But he'll have us out there doing ball drills, footwork, just getting us prepared and ready for throughout the week and getting ready for Fridays.
Yeah, and we were talking about with Walton this season, it's no secret they replaced all those starters. The defense, obviously new guys had to step up. You're an athlete. You can play a lot of different roles. So what did you just expect heading into your senior year on finding your position and what you would be able to bring to the table?
I just knew what I could bring to the table from the previous years. I knew the coaching staff had a lot of faith and trust in me. So I just had to go out there and play my heart out. But, I would play any position, whatever they want me to play, just to get us the win.
Exactly. And then the training, Najee was talking about all the work you've been putting in the off season, just preparing for your role. Do you feel like you're training more so just to be a great athlete, and then you will do specific drills for DB, but really it's just about improving your motion, your speed, strength, and all those different things?
Yes, sir. I just try to get bigger and stronger, trying to increase my speed because, I'm not the biggest guy, so I just got to perfect the little things.
And then what were some of the big memories of this past season? Maybe not even a positive one, but just a moment where you had to really push yourself and focus on realizing that you want to play at the next level, you want this dream, and just having to go out there.
We didn't have as great of a season as last year, but there was some adverse moments, but me just fighting through what we had to go through this season just showed me how much I love the game.
And then I went to Walton back in the day, and I made a joke once. If you have a 3.5 GPA at that school, you might be in the bottom half of the class.
Yeah.
Walton is tough. I thought it was harder than UGA. I'm not even joking. What was it just about Walton do you think is prepared to just be a student athlete, just the overall culture at that school?
It's really family oriented, but it's great culture. They're really a student first school. They really want everyone to succeed, and then the sports can come second. So they really look out for you.
And then we were talking with the North Gwinnett players. You guys played on some big stages. Obviously, 2 seasons ago, you're in the state championship. You guys opened up at Mercedes-Benz at Corky Kell. What did playing in those environments, do you think, help you prepare in college to be able to just handle the loud environment and just the excitement of these big crowds?
I think the main thing is just to stay focused. Like I said previously, you can't let the moment get too big. You just got to stay locked in and focus and just be with your guys and know what y'all can do.
And then I want to ask you just a little bit about, obviously, on the collegiate level or even NFL. Is there anybody you'd like to just model your game after? I mean, guys similar to your stature. One that stands out to me is Mike Sanders still. He's obviously in the NFL. I see you smile a little bit when I said that name. Like, who do you like to watch if you had to say?
I was literally just about to say that. Like, Mike, I feel like he's a guy I like to look after because, I mean, he's not as big as a guy, but you see he can go out there and ball and put on first team. So
100%. All right, let's talk about the big commitment, University of Cumberlands. Just walk me through that relationship he was able to build with them. What made that seem like the right fit for you?
It was a pretty quick turnover because, I mean, I wasn't really heavily recruited earlier in the season. But, I mean, I just love the culture and how it was so family-oriented. Like, they were just so focused on trying to build a bond with the players. So I just loved how they talked to us and were preparing us for how when we come up there.
Yes, sir. And then talk about obvious relationship with the DB coach there, Star Thomas. What did that kind of mean to you, just talking to him and being able to build like, hey, this is how he fit into my defense, my scheme. What did that mean to you?
I mean, it meant a lot. Like, it was all smiles and great things when I was up there because, I mean, I'm a big cover guy, so he thought I could be a great fit in the defense that they run over there.
For sure. Now, I think mom and dad is in here with you, so when you told them, hey, I want to go here, what did they say about maybe having to travel that far to come see you?
I mean, they thought it was pretty hard. Like, I have siblings at home, so, you know, it's pretty hard for them. Had to have a little conversation with them last night, get their head right, but it was pretty cool.
For sure. And just talk about being kind of a role model. I don't know if you're the oldest or not, just correct me if I'm wrong, but just talk about being a role model for them and showing them, hey, sometimes you might face adversity and have to do a different route, but you can still be successful.
I mean, it's a big thing for me because I love them with all my heart, but I have a little brother. He just wants to be just like me, so I try to help him out. Like, we go outside, throw the ball around. He's like, I'm going to go play football. So I'm like, let's do it. Like, I'm going to get you right.
There you go.
Sure.
All right, man. Final question before we wrap up, man. What was your favorite part of your Walton journey over the course of your career?
Ooh, that's a good question. Favorite part was definitely, even though we lost state game.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did you like most about that?
Just the journey. Like, we were really bought in. Like, Coach Bruner, our head coach over there, he was telling us at the beginning of the season, like, we're going 15 for 15. Like, he was telling us every day, just drilling it into our heads. Like, that was like our habit. Like, so we came in locked in every single day. And then when we got to the big stage, it was just a little adverse moment, but that was definitely the best moment of my Walton career.
For sure. Well, guys, that's all the time we have. I want to say thanks so much to Christian Ferrell and his parents for being in the studio and bringing him on. Special congratulations to the standout Walton defensive back who had a great career. We'll be right back here in just a second.